Okay. Yay.
Huh?
All right. This is, let me just put two. Oh, here comes Allison. Let me add her in. And there we go. All right. What date is even today? So yesterday, huge announcements.
Mm.
Hopefully you guys saw crazy, crazy. I feel like I just need like a whole day to wrap my head around everything. I was at work, so I didn't get to really see everything until today. And I just want to kind of go over like a quick announcement recap of everything and just to make sure we're all aware of what's happening because it seems like massive and the excitement is through the roof. And I feel like it's okay to share this. Like I think you did, Jen, on
I
your
did. I'm like,
yeah.
I couldn't not. I'm like, oh
I
my
mean,
God, this is
that's
like,
how
I
I
have to share.
feel. Yeah, it's total and it's like the market has changed, right? It used to be sort of this curiosity market where we talked about like we didn't really say what we were doing, so we wanted people to ask us. But now it's like this sellers, like a social selling. It's like people expect that people are building businesses and it's okay to and people want to see like we go on people's stories, we want to see where'd you get those pants? Where'd you get this? Like I send messages to people. Where did I want
I
that
do.
sweatshirt,
Yeah.
and you want to see what they're using and so it's okay to show that, but it's the follow-ups and the conversations that we're having behind the scenes that make sure they're connected to us. So I'm totally planning on sharing all of this. I just have to, like I said, just sort of have time tomorrow. I feel like it's been crazy. And I do want to talk about our retreat because it was amazing and
It was.
it just deserves to be shared. And I want every single person there with us next time. It just mattered so much, right? So we'll talk about that too a little bit. Um, so just quickly, cookies and cream vegan Shakeology coming, and it's going to be a permanent flavor. This is not, a seasonal flavor. So this is something I think I can get behind because the last one, salted caramel, it was a hit or miss,
Mm.
and it wasn't for me. So I think cookies and cream sounds pretty freaking delicious. That's going to be,
It better be good because I
it
mean,
better be good.
you can't mess cookies and cream.
I seriously, I mean, I think it's gonna be a solid, I think. Um, June 22nd for that. So this is something really like I am gonna actually look at my calendar for sure and write all these dates down because I also want to plan ahead. I don't want to all of a sudden it's June 22nd and I'm working a 12-hour shift. I don't know if I am, but I'm going to have to, it's good to look ahead and be like, okay, what can I do ahead of time, to promote and to schedule? Like we can schedule things in our, our locker room groups. If you haven't started a group of current and our previous customers, that's what I do. I sort of lump them all together. And I feel like it's okay to market in there. Like people are already fans. They're your people. They're your fans. They want to see the good stuff. They want to know what's happening. So share it in there. So these are things that we can do ahead of time. Just look ahead. I'm planning on being a little more prepared for June.
No, I'm
That's
trying. I'm
my plan.
trying.
Yeah, that's my plan. And I feel like I pulled out my Rise Up planner today and I feel like I'm gonna start my June month in there because we have like a week and a half. So I feel like that's enough for me to like gather myself. I'm not gonna just on June 1st plan June. Like I want to be a little bit more better at that stuff. Um, Also, just a little tip that I'm doing myself is finally setting myself up an office space again because this business is amazing, right? Because we can work it in the palm of our hands anywhere on the fly. But it's also the hard part of it because sometimes we forget to like have everything in one place because I can work from the counter, I can work from the dining room table, I can work outside, like all this stuff. But I feel like I need a space with wall stuff. Like I need my whiteboard, I need my calendar. I need to see things in my space and be in work mode because there's been studies about distractions getting you out of focus quickly and it takes a long time to get back in. So if I'm downstairs and I'm bopping around, even if my kids aren't home, I feel like I'm so distracted by so many things. So if I can be like work mode, that's my plan. That's these are my June plans. I don't know how good they're going to go, but this is my plan. I feel like I need to have everything in one space rather than just scattered all over the place. So also it's good to like write your new customers up and have them in front of your face and be like, these are the people that I want to pay attention to. These are my people that I need to grow, trust and longevity with and be checking in with frequently. These are my new coaches. These are the ones I want to like really help groom and lean into. Or these are my prospects. These are the people I want to be paying attention to. These are the people I want to be loving up on their posts, loving up on whatever they have going on, checking in with them, following up. So just kind of some thoughts to really help organize yourself too. Okay, next on the list, Live It Up workouts. I don't know if you saw this. This is kind of a little aside that any Nutrition Plus members are going to get 4 new workouts from Shanti on there, which is pretty cool. I will say I'm not a Nutrition Plus member. And
I canceled it, but now that I see they have live cooking,
well, I mean, it's going to be all rolling into one in the fall from what
it is. Okay.
Yes, it sounds like Nutrition Plus is going to roll into body.
Okay.
Membership is what it sounds like to me, I think. And I don't know if it's going to say $19.95. I want to watch some of Carl's videos. I just kind of like read through the announcements and watched a couple little videos, but I feel like there was like a half an hour announcement one that I need to watch from
I watched some quick ones. I don't even know. I just saw it and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll kind of clarify a lot for us. And then also like, if it stays $19.95, that's not bad. People pay all these Netflix and Hulu. Is Hulu even a charging thing? I don't even know. There's all kinds of things that we like pay these monthly fees for, and you don't even really use them, but you're like Disney Plus, everybody like has all these little things. So this might be something that's really going to boost volume and income and stuff, not just like saying it's just about that, but it's a really good thing to lean into. And I sort of have been leaning out of it because I just, thought it was just food and recipes, but I feel like, we're definitely gonna be coming back around with all this. So that's coming. Changes to Ultimate Portion Fix, which is really exciting. So you're gonna simplify.
I saw that.
I'm really, really excited about that because I feel like we dump people in there and it's like over freaking load. But they're gonna simplify things, shorter, simpler videos, a plan for muscle building. So for our guys too, like that's somewhere to really help, plug them in. Not to say that women, we want to build muscle too, but there's also like, just a different take on things for that muscle building. And I'm really excited about that. Intermittent fasting. How many questions, how many people ask about that, talk about that? That's going to
Which is funny because Autumn was against it, but I'm sure because there's so many people that see the benefits and they want to do it, she probably had to do it. She didn't really have a choice.
I totally thought the same thing, Jen. So it's interesting. I'll be really interested to see, is she going to be doing these videos too?
I know. I don't know if she actually will do it because she said she was totally against it.
I know. We'll see. It's interesting. And it's going to go back to Portion Fix. They're taking away Ultimate. It's just going to be Portion Fix. So it makes it sort of like just more streamlined and simple. And I love that. So people don't have to feel overwhelmed. So body coming in the fall, the best live virtual gym in the world is coming to us. So freaking amazing.
You got to get on there early, they said.
Well, I don't know. I think you can still plug into the live classes, but you can't. If you want to be on the screens on live, then you have to be on there early. And I'm wondering how they're going to do that. Are they going to open the schedule up at a certain time the day before? I imagine that'll be sort of that type of thing. Who knows?
I don't know. I'll get there on as early as I can because I want to be on.
Oh, and you totally will be too. You're like the earliest.
Like stock
person. My God, that's awesome.
And I'm sure Allison will be there.
I know you're early too. Hi, Allison. So exciting. We'll see all that. It's coming September. So I'm sure there'll be lots of information dripping out, over the next few weeks even. Then Amwala's new program, 645, July 6th is the launch date for coaches. July 19th is for the customer launch. I do wish that was separated a little bit more, right? So it can give us more time to, highlight and promote type of thing, but just put it on the calendar. I'm going to lean in hard to this launch. This is definitely right up my alley. Let's Get Up was not really, I linked to it for sure. 30-day breakaway. I didn't do it all. I feel like I just, I've been waiting for this. So
I'm still finishing the work. So
yeah. And you love him, Jen. So this is right up your alley too, for sure. And it's 45 minutes, 6 days a week. Pretty cool. So there was also, I think Nutrition Plus members are going to get access to 630. That's what they said. 6 new 30-minute workouts from him are going to be.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Members. So it is something to think about doing a Nutrition Plus membership. Also, if your Beachbody On Demand is going to be expiring, just putting that out there, you could definitely re-sign up. I always sign up as a challenge pack.
Mine expires in July, actually.
How perfect for you.
Right?
So you might even want to, Jen. I bet you know what would be a really good idea for you is in June, cancel your bod, sign up for a new challenge pack, get 30-day free trial of Nutrition Plus, which is going to give you the 6 30-minute workouts to highlight and like be in prep, which I might actually run a group too in June, do like a prep group for this specific program. I might really want to do like just this program specific group for sure. I think I might do that. So that's really smart. I mean, it's going to cost you, you're saving money really, but it's like, if you cancel it a month early, it's like $2 or something that you are, throwing out the window, but you're getting a whole new back. So something definitely to think about. That would be perfect timing for you. Wow. And actually, now that I say that, I gotta check mine. I don't know. I gotta check mine because I have my second CBC, which I keep active too. I mean, it's active. You don't have to have Beachbody On Demand in your second CBC. I don't want to confuse you, but it was worth it to sign up for, I think, the 9-week Control Freak program. I don't know. I gotta look at that anyway. Getting off on a tangent. So that is really exciting. Really exciting. So again, just like start to look ahead at your calendar. Start to not plan specific things around these launches, because I'm telling you, I've done it to myself and I'm like, why, damn it, why didn't I look ahead? I signed myself up for an on-call shift, or, like just put it on the calendar months ahead and like make time for that and have some free time around the launches. Cause this is going to be huge. All this is going to be such huge stuff. New coach promo codes. They just announced that, I think it was prior to this, any challenge pack, $140 or more, you could use a promo code on, but now they're saying any challenge pack. So that must include, 3-day refresh, which I don't even know the prices, but basically they're just releasing it to be used on any challenge pack, which is just nice. And then I guess new coaches get 3 additional promo codes once they host or co-host a bod group. So that's pretty awesome. And that's like the perfect way to promote our coaches to, just to getting success early and getting, Success Club points and all that. And without you even knowing it. And if you don't even know that, you don't even know how to get elite points and leadership points, and you're like, that is like way over here. I'm telling you, by getting new coaches success, you're actually building points. So just think of it that way. Like the more you help other people get success. Jen, I'm just going to mute you, but if you want to talk,
Oh, yeah, good. I can.
Sorry, I muted myself. Okay. We're good. But feel free to unmute, say anything at all. So, okay, that's all the announcements that I have seen. And I'm excited. So I'm going to share all that. Oh, and then so on Body, the mix bike too, that is coming, which I don't know. I haven't seen any much of those details yet, but that, if you know me, I already have a Peloton, which it delivered the freaking day that Beachbody announced the merger with this company. The freaking day. I couldn't believe it. So luckily my husband uses it every day. He's just made his like 100th ride. So he's all into it. It's definitely been a wonderful purchase for us. But if I were to have seen in the future, this would have been my go-to for sure. And this is going to be, I don't know again, if the price is going to stay the same, like the $19.99 a month, or what will happen, but Peloton is like $40 a month. So this is like, that's where we can leverage this. This is, so many people are like, we can't compete with Peloton because it's just so great. Like in a different realm. It's just different. It's so different. So this is awesome. So I will definitely promote spinning. I love spinning. And I feel like it's okay it's not like I'm jumping on a bandwagon. Like I love it already anyway. So why not give my people a crazy awesome deal? And the instructor that they have already announced was a former Peloton instructor. So I'm sure she's going to be amazing. And then also they're talking about like, all these live classes being run by certified body instructors. So is there an opportunity for people to get certified in this? Is this open up a whole new thing? I don't know. We'll see about that. I just feel like there's so many So
They
maybe,
used to have people that were doing live classes. I
yeah,
know a girl who tried to get me to sign up to do it. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
yeah, to get certified. Yep.
Yeah, and they had training for it.
Yep. Yeah, you can, if you, when you go to Summit, Jen, you actually can sign up to get certified in specific workouts. So like there are people who are Core de Force certified, you know, whatever else, bar certified. It's really cool. Like, and it's usually a couple days, it's usually like the day before. So it's usually like Wednesday or Thursday of Summit. So again, we're not going to Summit, but they are going to run virtual Summit. So put that on the calendar, make sure that you know, that you're aware of what's going on so that you can stay, because this is your business. This is your business. It's part of your business to be leading from the front, knowing what's happening, knowing the products that are coming, announcing them, sharing them. Like, it's definitely important. So, you know, I know life is crazy, but just do the best you can and look ahead and schedule that stuff on the calendar. Okay, all those announcements. I did just kind of say, like, I wanted to talk a little bit about the retreat because I know that, you know, a few of us were there. Not everybody could come. And it just, oh my gosh, it just relit the fire for me and made me feel like, again, like every time I do something like this, every time I attend one of our events, it just reminds you you're not alone. Like you may have these big ass, and maybe not even big ass, like maybe just whatever dreams and goals you have for yourself. And you sometimes in our lives out there, it's like we don't have the same people who are going for the same stuff, that care about the same stuff, right? But when you're around other people who do, it makes you feel like you're not alone. And this is normal. It's normal to like want all this and to push for certain things. And I mean, I would love to not to put you on the spot, Jen, but I would love to hear any from you, like your takeaway from the weekend and your experience. Like, are you willing to talk about that?
That's fine. Honestly, I was nervous about going. I was excited and nervous. It was just all the feelings because I was excited to meet Jen, pick her up at the airport, and like all this relationships that people you see that you've never met before. And it was just like tying it all together. It was great. Like I was so excited when I got there, but you don't know when you have a group of women together how it's gonna go. Are they gonna be nice? Are they gonna be like? So when I got there, I was like, I don't know how I was gonna feel, but I didn't feel uncomfortable. I felt like everybody was very welcoming, and I was so glad that I went. And I stayed up all night. Like I normally in bed by like 9 o'clock, and I couldn't go to bed. I was laughing. Me and Jen just laughed all night. I mean, and then listening to all you guys up in front of us, it was like seeing that we can actually make this happen. It's just you know, take those steps. And I know sometimes it takes time trying to just take action and one step at a time. Yeah, it definitely gets your wheels turning.
Awesome. Yeah. And like, and I know, Jen, you had to leave early, and we were so sad you had to leave. And we, you know, we had such a wonderful time the whole time that you were there. And then we did do this really powerful activity after you left, right? You weren't there for a stand up for your sister. I don't think you were.
No.
But it was just basically like checking off the boxes that all of us as women struggle with and that we've been through. Like, you know, just we passed around this sheet of paper and you checked off the things that apply to you. And some of them were hard. Some of them were, you know, I have an eating disorder. Some of them were, my husband doesn't support me. I feel like I will never be successful in this business. I feel like I don't belong. Those hard truths that we sit with by ourselves, and we think that we're the only ones. And we checked them off, we passed them back in, and then we shuffled up the papers and we passed them back out to everybody. And you didn't know whose you got. And then when we read down the whole list, if you had that box checked on your paper, you stood up. You stood up with pride. You stood up for that person. You stood up for yourself because maybe you checked off that same box and you never talked about it, or you feel you feel alone. And you look around at every single thing that we read off, and there was only one thing that there was only one person that stood up for, but most everything else, there was almost the whole room. I feel like a lot of things, there was so many people that stood up, and it reminded us, because we know this deep down, that we're not alone, and that when we come together as women and we help each other, and we show, really like hold a mirror up toward each other and be okay with that, and be like, listen, I love you, but here's where you need to grow. This is what you need to let go of. This is not serving you, but I still love you. That's such power. That is such power. And we have that here as a team. And like beyond this, like there's so many teams, right? We're Team Beachbody, then we're the dream team, then it's my team, then it's Kim's team, then it's Jen's team, then it's Allison's team. Like we're all these teams, but really we as women collectively can do such wonderful, magical things. And we have to tell each other and remind each other to stop putting other people on a pedestal because we think they're perfect and they don't have that stuff. And when you look around the room of all those women just in this house, of all the things that we were worried about and struggle with and go through, like, that you're just normal. You're just totally normal. And if anybody can do this business, like you are literally just like her. You are literally just like one of the top coaches, because she is just like you. She goes through the same, I'm telling you, she goes through the same stuff. So it just put it into perspective that if you decide you want to go for whatever you want to go for in life, you totally can. And nothing in your history, nothing that you're going through can hold you back, because you are not alone, and you don't have to be alone. And lean on your people and allow them in. And I've said this too, like let people in, because we share a lot on our stories and our posts, and we're vulnerable, and it's not easy to be, but your people love you, and they really truly are proud to know you, but you have to let them in. And you don't have to share every little freaking detail. Again, like those papers, some things that we checked off, we've never talked about. But when you let them in, that's when it's just real. It's just real. It's not just sharing a product, and it's not this, it's that. It's like they are following you because of you. They're following you because you decided to be brave and put yourself out there and talk about the hard stuff and talk about how you're getting through it, and share the good and celebrate yourself, like all of it. So I just walked away from that retreat so flippin' happy, and just to look around and see my friends. Like these are my friends, and some of them, yes, I had never met before or even talked to before, but the girls from our team, especially, like they're my people. And I started this all by myself. I've shared with you guys, like I drove to Maine all by myself, had not a single coach. I think I'm pretty sure I signed up Tony and my two sisters as my first 3 coaches. Like literally, that was all I had for my team. And now here I am sitting in a house in my home state with my hairdresser, a friend from college, a friend that I met through my husband, a friend that I met from my coworker down the street. Like these are my people, and I don't have to go out there and like try to be part of something else. Like you create it where you are. So this is happening. We're here, and our team is just, it's so loaded with beautiful people. And I want every single person to be at the next retreat, because it's not only just, I've said this too, like, it's not about the business. This was about like filling up our hearts and our souls as women, as mom, as wives. Like we talked about a lot, like we just talked and talked. And again, like Jen said, we did not want to shut the conversations down. We didn't want to go to bed, because our conversations were just so damn good. And it just helps you feel like a better human. And like, I came home with things I wanted to change, not just about business, but especially my parenting and my wifehood. Like, I'm like, okay, this is, I needed certain things, and I didn't know I needed to talk about certain things. Right. And sometimes we just don't know why we need these people in our lives, but I know I need all of you. And I'm so damn happy that we did that. And I would do it over again in a heartbeat. And I wish I could go back and like, even do more. Like, I wish I could, I don't know, I wanted to know people more, and I wanted to hear more, and so I think I would have just gone around the room and done like a goal and an introduction more, that we didn't want to ever make people feel uncomfortable. So we did like an icebreaker that was really simple and easy and surfacey, right? But I wish we could have dug deeper. Like that's That's what I wanted. But now, I do know that, what time is it? Oh, we've got 8:30. I do want to make team calls so much more regular. Like this is something that has been missing for sure. And I think it, our fears that take over, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I'm just like, I don't want to waste their time. I don't want them just to come in and them not get anything from this team call. And, like, or what if nobody shows up? That's happened to me for sure. I've run team calls where not a single person showed up. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm moving on. And then you feel a little defeated, but I'm like, I have to just, oh, go ahead, Jen.
Just to say, I think when you do the team calls, for me personally, it's then we have that connection again, and then we can like talk about things that we don't usually get to talk about. And it's just nice to sometimes just have these ideas you can share with somebody else that you have, or something that happened. It's like usually by yourself. So it's nice sometimes. Like when we went away, I was like, there's just so much to talk about because I don't usually get to talk to somebody in person about all this stuff.
100% agree. I agree 100%. Like I felt so connected again after the weekend, and it was like, why didn't we keep this going? And we can. So we can't look back at what we haven't done, and we just, okay, that's it. Team calls. And I think I'm going to do them. My goal is at least 3 times a month. It may not be 4 with my work schedule. It might be a little funky, but I do want to run, which brings me to my next topic, is a coach info group. So here's the thing, Jen, I loved it. You were right on the challenge today. Like I literally posted that live video and it was like 2 minutes later, Jen Beaver tagged you in her story. It was awesome. So if you didn't catch my live today, I just did like a quick 2-minute live in our
Forgot to tag you. I did.
Oh, you did it, Allison?
Yeah,
awesome.
but I completely forgot to tag you. It said something about coaching, and I was like, oh, I forgot to tag Mel.
If you have the video, send me
I'll
the video.
screenshot it and do it again.
Yes. So yes, awesome. And it makes me so happy because here's the thing. Like people truly don't know what we do. We think that they know. We think we don't want to bug them. And I can't tell you how many people have said, you make money in this with that, Mel? Like that's where you do that? And I'm like, really? You really don't know that? I guess I haven't shared enough. So how do people know, A, what we're doing if we're not sharing it? And B, that they're invited if we're not inviting them? Like if I see somebody out there doing something, I don't think I'm invited just because I see them doing it. Like, right? You just expect yourself to get an invitation. So it doesn't have to be necessarily the Hey Girls and the direct like invite to a certain person. There's connection for sure, but there's an open invitation that we should be sharing consistently in our posts, in our stories consistently. So I don't know if that was a little eye-opening to you about how much you really haven't shared about coaching, but you really should be sharing about coaching every single day, like every day in different ways, just those little tiny little blips. I got to connect with my girlfriends on a Zoom call today because, I'm sitting home being a stay-at-home mom and have somewhere to plug into. Like, I don't know, I could think of a million off the spot, but right here, I'm like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what does coaching do for you? The little bit of income that we think is too little and that we hold, we don't want to share because we think it's nothing, is huge to somebody else who, I've heard this somewhere too. Like if you were in, I wish I'm going to get this wrong, but what's up, hon? It's in the basket by the fridge. I told my kids they have to be in bed by 8:30. That is 8:31. What was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought. Do you remember? Jen, I need you. I have no idea what I was saying.
You were we're talking about coaching and what you would share, how you would share it daily. Being a stay-at-home mom.
I know, but what was I going to say after that? I can't.
Oh, well.
Well, you weren't in my brain, so you didn't really know. Anyway, just very important to talk about it every flipping day. So I want this to be a challenge to you, like literally from here going out, but make it over the next, like, let's finish up May. Every single day in May, you talk about coaching on your stories and tag me in it if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but I would love you to. Because we just don't know. We don't know that we're invited to come in. And once we talk about, oh, that's what I was saying, a little bit of money. Like sometimes it's a little bit of money is, that's what I was saying. Now I'm going back to it. If we're like the top, what is it? If we're the bottom half of income in the United States, we're like the top 1% in the world, something like that. So what we think is like nothing to somebody, like, you know, $50 a week, when we think that's nothing, like that's massive to somebody else. That is life-changing to somebody else. So I know that, you know, not all of us are making, you know, the big bucks or, you know, where we want to be yet, but don't downplay the little things in coaching, the swag that you get, you know, this trip, like talk about this trip over and over and over again. I have some plans for tomorrow. I feel like tomorrow's going to be my day to really focus, about just reflecting on the trip, on the fact that even if you weren't there, that your team held this trip and rewarded these women with a weekend away. And there were women there who had never been away from their children, or maybe one night ever away from their kids, or, you know, like just talk about it, like how your team is amazing. And we are just like huddled together as women, and we're empowering one another, and we are not in competition, but we're in collaboration. Like you can just, it's literally the same things over and over and over and over again. You're telling your story in different ways over and over again. And I have told you guys, like on the memories in my phone that pop up on Facebook, I save those memories. So I'll see posts that come up for me from 2-3 years ago, and I read it. I'm like, ooh, that's good. So I'll save it so that I can literally copy and paste and use that post again. Like really, that is such a time saver for me.
You know what's funny is a lot of mine come up and I'm like, oh God, what was I doing?
Yeah, well,
horrible.
Well, there's that too. See the growth that's happened? Isn't that crazy, right?
I was like, I don't want to even see that.
No. Oh, well, no. If I scroll back, like the memories come in years, right? So if I go back from like 5 years ago memory too, I'm like, whoa, same thing. But even the words, like the image, you know, or the idea behind it, like it just triggers those thoughts. And then also like kind of keeps my blinders on from looking at all these different coaches and all the things you could do. Cause I get paralyzed for sure when I'm like, and I'll write my list out of my to-do list. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. Okay, I made my list. I'm done. Like I've done my to-do list. I've done a single thing on it, but I made it. So I think that by staying in our own lane, and if we have already addressed certain things, you know, saving things in our notes section of our phone, like just trying to help, you know, time save. And I just think it's, if you know who you are and who your audience is, and
I gotta go. The baby's very sick. He
Okay.
keeps vomiting.
Oh, Allison, okay.
He's like dry heaving.
Oh my gosh. All right, you
like
go.
on his tippy toes. So
We'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye, Allison. Oh, ouch.
I'm
coming.
I'm coming.
Gotcha. So anyway, just knowing who you are, knowing what you're talking about, knowing your pillars of like what you stand for, and talking about them all the time, over and over and over. So there's that. Oh, so coach info group. So that's it. We have to do these. We have to do these coach info sessions, because I'll tell you, I sign coaches like pretty much every time. And I'm like, why the hell did I wait 3-4 months in between doing them? Like it matters. People, you know, we have to run them. So that being said, I'm going to run one this coming week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's just going to be a Facebook group. I'll post a link. It's going to be a series of videos. I'll ask a few people to do a couple videos too. And it's going to be simple. It's like, you know, what do we do as coaches? Who were we looking for to come join our team? How do you make income in this business? What are the trainings, and what support do you get when you grow a business, and how do I sign up? And then a couple people telling their coaching stories, and that's it. And again, like people want to be part of something so amazing. And we just came off the high of this weekend. And again, I know not everybody was there, but this is your team. Highlight it, use it. You like lean into these opportunities, add people to this group. You don't have to run your own. We can collaborate. We can do this together. And this is it. So we're going to have to be more regular with this. So I think going forward, trying to run like 3 team calls a month and a coach info group, sneak peek, Zoom call, something along that lines would be my ultimate plan. So That is June that's happening, but next week is our coach info sesh, and I'll post that link for sure. Okay. That was a lot of information. I feel like it's a good plan moving forward, all these things. And that's pretty much all I really wanted to like just talk about. But is there anything you want to talk about, Jen? Because now it's just like me and you. And I know I'm going to record this. I have this video recorded, but just so you know.
So I'm at SE4 and I'm really pushing for that
Yes.
last week, and I don't want to like wait till the last day. So I'm like,
You need to lock it in. Yes.
I'm trying to be like focused. Like today I tried to sit down, but it's like I spent an hour and I didn't even go on and do a power hour, and I wanted to do a power hour, but I mean, instead I'm like going through people, talking to people, I'm sending all these messages, but I'm like, I don't know. I think I just need to focus on my power hours maybe.
But you need to talk specifically about this past weekend, about what it meant to you, what you
I did not today, but I did do right when I got back. I was all over that.
Perfect. And again, and again, and again, because that's what's going to get your coaches. 1 second, Jen. Sorry. Yes.
Can I watch Netflix on my computer?
No, honey. I'll be in just a few minutes just to say goodnight. It's late. He's like half dead. He went to hockey tonight and he's wants to stay awake. Anyway. So yes, this is the perfect thing for you to invite to right now is the coach info session. And you say it just like that. I am running with my team. I'm running a coach information group. If you want to know more about what I do, how to be a part of it, how to grow a business from home, like we just have to keep hammering it. And it's not one invite. It's not one time talking about it. It's not one post. It's multiple. Like I'm pushing all about coaching this next, week, basically.
Yeah. Cause I mean, my group's already kind of in a week. So.
Well, and then it's like my challenge group just kicked off. So I'm not inviting to another challenge group just yet.
Right.
Yeah, I'll kind of put out like the generic, like if you want to get started, I'm here, let's get going, anything, but I'm not inviting to a specific challenge group. It's all about coaching.
Right.
And also, that's changing too. Our new coach information groups, there's going to be like a series rather than coach weekly calls. So I got to figure that one out.
Oh yeah. And I don't know I saw she was doing that. I don't know how you access.
Yes, I got to dive into that too. That's something I got to put in my list. But it's a good time to be, because you heard, wasn't it, what's her name? Athene talked about how Alana said, we got 2 spots left. And she's like, I got to get it. Like it's that FOMO. So if we talk about, I have 5 spots in my coaching mentorship that starts in June. And this is a great time for you to jump on because of all these things that are happening. The perfect time to be coaching and to get in here. And I'll help you get to your awesome results. And then, to grow a business, kind of all in one, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess that the new program isn't coming out till July, but maybe leverage it like that, basically how to be a coach, but working on your own results too, which is the same. I mean, that's what a coach is.
Well, I mean, summer's coming, so.
Yeah. So yeah, people want to get in, of course they want to get looking awesome for summer, but do they know that, they can wrap it in together. Like you don't have to already figure it out and then become a coach. You can figure it out. And that's the best way. Like people love to watch a journey, and whether they want to see you succeed. I think more people want to see you succeed than you actually realize it, or people want to watch you fail and you're going to screw them and show them the opposite way. Like how cool is that? Take them on the journey with you. I definitely feel way more focused, and I was definitely in self-sabotage mode and all that stuff. And that's all the personal stuff that happens for me. So I had to go through this retreat and be with everybody to figure out I need to get myself back to where I feel aligned and good. And take people there with me. It's okay to share that stuff. It's not easy, freaking not easy, especially when you've been a coach 5 years and you're like, okay, yes, I should have myself all together and not have, dips in my health and my body and all that stuff in mind, but I do. And I think it makes it real, it makes it more relatable and not perfect. But I will say there's definitely that that fear of missing the train, especially I've been watching a few other coaches, and I'm I want to be a coach on her team. It's so true. When you see certain things, the way they show them, present them, whatever, you're like, it just gets this excitement. So we need to do the same. And,
Yeah.
you know, get people having that FOMO a little bit in a real way. Like, you really want to be part of this. You really want to be part of this. So
I know I had another coach. It's funny. We became friendly. She's like, I don't know where she is, across the country. And she messaged me. She's like, oh my God, that retreat looked awesome. You look like you were having a blast.
yes, I'm gonna have to send you a picture of you and Jen. I think you might have seen it. It's just a really special. You guys both look so happy. I love that picture of you. I'll send it to you. Actually,
I have one that somebody actually said something about a friend of mine. She was like, oh my God, you're glowing in that picture.
Yeah, it's true. And like, God, it matters. We know we need women in our lives. And I think about that retreat. I have so many different things I want to share, you know, but that's the thing. Like, you don't have to share everything right now.
Right.
It's done. Or you can share a lot right now, but you share it again and again.
Right.
Like, you've seen my pictures from years ago that I still use. And
I still use them.
Yeah.
From our little events Saturday.
Yeah. And it's also like the same ideas come back again, like women empowerment and, you know, just whatever speaks to you. Like, you can talk about it, you know, again and again. And I remember somebody at the retreat 2 weeks ago saying this, you know, whatever, like, so, and that's the other thing, Jen. So to get Success Club, have you looked at your current, your customers, coaches who are due for Beachbody On Demand renewal, not coaches, customers?
I don't think anybody was. I gotta double check again because I know I looked last month, but
okay. So even people who are doing June, July, I wouldn't really. Well, I don't know. July, they can still get like the deals of like, you know, the 140.
okay.
Let's get up packs now. Because sometimes I'll do that. I'll just message everybody and be like, listen, you're coming up due for your renewal. This is a great deal. You might as well take advantage of it right now.
Okay.
Something to think about. But yeah, lock that in. Don't wait till the last day.
Oh, I know. I'm like, I need this.
This is your month.
Like, I was really focused today, but I wasn't like, I feel like I was, but then I still didn't. There's so much I wanted to do that I didn't get done.
Same.
Like, what happened?
I don't know. It's so crazy. There's so much to this. I feel like I need like a daily to-do list. That's things I do every single day. And then one that changes, and then a master list, and then a today list. Yeah.
I want to find that flow. Like that call was great. I don't know what her name was. That coach that she has, she keeps it simple, and she only spends, she said, like an hour or two a day, and she just gets it done.
Crazy. The dream call from Monday.
Yeah. The Monday night call. I can't think of what her name was, but I was like, oh, I need to figure this out.
Yeah, I know. I definitely feel like there's a better way. There's a better way, and I definitely feel like I need that, especially coming into summer with my kids home full time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's time. We need to get this together. I mean, I thought about doing like our Zooms in the morning again, and doing like you know, focused work time I don't know if we should bring that back, if that helps people. I don't think like talking through it. I think the team calls that's where we talk and we connect, but working side by side, and that way we stay accountable by working.
Right.
I don't know. We gotta think about that. That might.
I know, like, in the power hours are great. Of course, I should save them because the ones that I like, I know. And Brandy said that. Brandy, the Schaefer.
Yes.
She had said, if you go on to which I did before, the Beachbody Champions, find a power hour that works for you and do it. Now I'm like, great. Now I gotta go back and figure out which power hours I like.
Right. And you know how to save them though, right?
Yeah, but I know I saved one of them, but I didn't save the rest of them. And there was a couple that I liked. Then you go on, you're like watching one, like, this is not what I want.
Yeah. And then you half an hour in and you don't get what you want. Yeah. Or, you know, creating your own power hour. So basically your Success Club tracker, like, this is what I need to do. And even like, you know, so many people will set timers, like 10 minutes is connections, you know.
Me and Jen were doing them together.
A
couple of Fridays we did some, and Allison joined in one time. I just did timers. I don't know, sometimes I just like having that.
Yeah, and that's true too. It's like we're all so different, and we all, some people work better alone, and that's okay too. It's just whatever you feel like you need for yourself, for sure. But maybe, and we know we talked about this before too, maybe we need to all run a power hour. So A, it gets us out of our comfort zone. B, gives us good practice for like speaking, in front of a group, because we're building businesses and this is what's happening. And we know this is coming. And, they say, what do they say? Something new demons, like new, I don't know what it is, like new level, new demons or something. And it's true, because it's like, I don't want to public speak ever, but sometimes like at the retreat, it was easy. It wasn't like,
well, yeah, I mean, you were just everybody was, I don't know, you were comfortable with everybody, I guess.
yeah, maybe that's what it was.
We all just like, it was like we all knew each other forever.
Yeah.
It was like so bizarre.
It really was. You don't feel judged or
no. And that's what I was worried about. I'm like, oh my God, like what if like these people, how girls are, we all do it.
Yep.
But it wasn't like that. So
yeah. So this would be kind of a nice place to just practice. Maybe we'll have to talk about that more. Because then you just, I don't know, that might be really good for everybody, I think, if we all scheduled a power hour. Everybody schedule 1 power hour in the month of June.
And then you have to commit to it anyways.
You have to commit to it. Yeah. And then if nobody shows up to your call, you work. Because I will tell you, like I said, I have had calls where nobody showed up. Like nobody.
Oh yeah, I know. The nutrition call I set up and I'm like,
yeah,
I'll just do something else.
You just move on. And it's okay. All right. So I'm gonna write that down, because that might be a good thing to do. But I will post that link about the coach info group and just literally hammer it. Talk about coaching, talk about like all your posts, like I literally, that's my plan is. And that way, cause that'll be what, at the date here.
I know, what are we on, May 20th? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the 25th, 26th, 27th. And yeah, great time to sign up people as coaches. That is the goal. And Success Club points, the whole thing, like it just wraps it up perfectly. And then they can start like a June mentorship, like talk about that FOMO. I'm starting in June mentorship for coaches. Like, and I
find it's easier when you have a challenger that's been killing it and showing up every day, but I don't have really any other challengers. I mean, I had 2 that just signed up. They're kind of doing their own thing. They signed up more through like the nutrition and to try the products and stuff. And then I have Samantha, who's crazy with her real estate, but she's already a coach. And then Allie, Allie, she's in your group too. I'm trying to tell her, I'm going to try to get her into coach info. I know she's pretty busy too, but
just say you need to be a coach. That's
I mean, she's buying the products, just
you can do it, Jen. And yeah, I would just like set a goal for yourself. Like Brandy told you, like, when is your goal for Diamond? And I don't know if you've even gone there yet, but
no, I'm like, well, I wanted the end of the year, but I'm like, she's like, set these exact things. I'm like, oh God, and how you're going to get there step by step.
Yeah. I mean, you don't always know, but somehow you like put it that I know that needs to happen. And then you figure it out along the way somehow. But I do agree, like setting that goal of this is when I need to make this happen. That matters. So like writing down your journal every morning, Success Club by
I do.
May 25th. Like
that's actually okay. So you're saying,
you know what I'm saying? Like hit it. So you can do it. You can freaking do it. You're going to do it. I know it.
I got to be focused.
Yep.
Got to work smarter, not harder.
Yes. And I know it's possible. I do know it's possible. And like enjoying the journey. Doesn't have to be a grind constantly or difficult. I don't ever let this business be that way for me. I just don't. Yeah. There's times when I'm fighting my kids and I'm like, oh, just leave me alone. I got to do this stuff. That's like the hardest part of it. Right. And then I feel guilty. Like, oh my God.
Right.
So there's that part, but then you just have to shut it down for a minute and go get grounded. And I felt like I got that this weekend. Actually, I needed sort of a couple little awakenings a little bit to realize like what I want the big picture to look like. And I know that I need to get my shit together.
Mhm.
Be there.
I'm
for
right
them.
there with you.
Yeah, but can be there for them, like, and not have to like push them away because I have to do work, or to not be fully present because I'm also like trying to do, 18,000 things. I do know that I know I can be more productive, have my office space right here, like have something where I'm like, if I'm working, I'm here. Yeah, I'm gonna do stories here and there, but I don't want to be working all over the place and watching a movie and working at the same time with my kids, thinking that's like quality time. It's just,
I know, because I know what's coming in the summer. Like when they're in school, it's great because it's quiet here. I don't turn the
Yeah.
TV on. I never have TV. I have nothing on.
same.
Or I go outside. It's quiet outside. I literally have the birds.
Yep.
So I was sitting outside. It was nice. But then I'm like, what do they do in the summertime when they're here? I'm already up at 4 a.m.
I know. Well, what time is who gets up first? Usually, even in the summer, would they be getting up early?
I don't know. It varies. Usually my Ava's up early.
Yeah.
Lately, she's been up at like 6. And usually she plays by herself. But it's like once the other one's up.
So then that's something because it is seasonal. Sometimes I've had like right now, like I said, I'm struggling with my morning because my daughter's up early and this doesn't work. This is not working well for me. But that's why I've had to change things. So like maybe in the summer, which I know is not your normal routine, but maybe you get up and you work for 2 hours and then you do your workout at 6:30 when she gets up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of time.
No, well, it's funny because I have been getting up early and just doing work, but it's like maybe I'm not doing the right things
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. What does work mean? Because we literally can sit down and scroll. And I'm like, all of a sudden it's 45 minutes later. And I'm like, I really have done nothing. Like we have to be willing to look in the
I know
mirror.
I'm not scrolling, but it's just like, I'm like, oh my God, I just spent so much time on that.
Yeah. Oh, like writing one post or that type of thing.
Yeah,
I get that too. Yeah. I know. That's why we need those little hacks, right? Like grab and go things and easier. And I'm just going to post it, or planning ahead.
right.
Like,
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. And scheduling posts in our challenge groups, so I'm not spending
Challenge groups I've been fine because sometimes I'll go back to my other challenge groups.
Yeah,
I'm like,
super
oh,
easy to
here we
do.
go.
Yeah.
Grab that.
grab it and go. I know. That's true. I know. No, I'm with you, Jen. Like I don't have it all figured out.
I didn't even do a post today. I think I did a fun little gift thing. I'm like, I felt tired and I was just focused on other things with the business. So I didn't.
But you still show up in your stories. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm showing up every single flipping day. There's not been one day since I became a coach 5 years ago that I haven't showed up somewhere on social media.
No, I'm always in my stories.
Yeah. So it's okay to skip a day or so with your other posts if it's like just like posting something just to get it up there and I don't even feel connected to it.
Right. That's why I was like, I'm not in it today. So it's just not happening today.
That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It's figuring it out. We're figuring it out as we go. And I know you're gonna get to Diamond, Jen. I know it. Like I see that fire in you. I see that you want it, and like just watching the growth in you, just as a person.
Thank you.
I've watched it over how's it been? 2 years?
It'll be 3, I think, this year.
Yeah. It's really awesome to see.
Trust me, I'm way out of my comfort zone, especially when that group you did. I'm like, just get me on there. Here we go.
Yeah.
And the kids, I'm like, okay, I gotta go.
I know. It's funny. It's funny how you grow too. Like there'll be times where it's like, okay, this isn't as hard as it totally was, a year ago. So it's happening. All right, we've talked a lot. It's probably time.
I gotta head to bed.
Yeah.
All right,
we will talk soon. If you need anything, reach out, and yeah, let's get ready for an amazing June for sure. And we're gonna finish up May super strong too. So
yep. No, I'm gonna hit SC 5, 6. Let's go for 6.
By May
25th. Yep.
There you go.
5 more days.
Done. Okay.
25th.
On it.
Okay.
All right, Jen. Have a good night.
You too, Melanie.
Bye.